Want to give things due time if we can.
Thank you for having me. I mean, at first I'm chuckling saying, are you kidding me? I have to follow Josh Gottheimer. That's not fair. But actually a lot of what he said is really why the Love Fund is so important, because we do live in such an expensive area, and I think it's much more difficult to be struggling in an expensive area than it is in an area where there's more recognition of people struggling. So for those of you who don't know anything about Love Fund, it began in 1977 when there was a young girl in Midland Park who was suffering from anorexia, and years ago we didn't really recognize that as an illness, and she had to, she was in a residential facility, it was very expensive, so the community, it was kind of the first GoFundMe before there was GoFundMe. It was Midland Park's way of kind of helping out one of their community members. And then it did some, you know, here and there did some things, but kind of fell away, and then because of needs came back in 1985 as a full-fledged 501c3, and now, unfortunately, we have a record number of families. I mean, in Midland Park, I think we have 18 families right now, which in a small town, that's a lot of families. And most of them come to us through either a divorce, where mom is really having a hard time making ends meet, doesn't really have the means either financially or emotionally to move to, you know, or your kids have gotten this far in high school and you really just want them to finish where they are. We've had we have a few widows and widowers now in our ranks that we just try to, as much financially get them to the next place as just let them know that there's people in the community that are looking out for them. And we have some people that have made, you know, some bad financial decisions, and our goal is always to help to let the kids feel like life is still gonna go forward. So we're very careful about, we try to do gift cards that we know are going to a specific use. We actually, this year we've done quite a bit of helping out with daycare. We actually have a family that used to be a Love Fund family, and now the daughter, who is a single mom, is going back to school to get her college degree, so we help her with daycare for her child. We have a dad who was widowed, we help him with daycare for his kids. Mostly we do grocery store gift certificates. We've done a little bit of, we had a mom come to us, she had lost her job. All of a sudden they told her at nursery school, she didn't tell us she hadn't paid preschool since September, and they said, your son can't come back on Monday. So because we are such a small grassroots kind of thing, we were able to kind of help her get through that, so that, you know, and now we'll sit down and interview her and see how we can help her to make ends meet. So, like I said, it's only probably, there's less than a dozen of us, so we have less people than families. And at this point, we're spending about $50 per family per week. And our only major fundraiser, we do a mass mailing, a townwide mailing, not mass mailing, around Valentine's Day. That's our tradition because we're the Love Fund. And actually this year, or 2017, will be our 40th anniversary, so we're having a dinner here at the Brick House to honor all the people that have been with the Love Fund since its inception, and we just want to recognize
When
it.
is that dinner, in case people know?
March 30th here. Because it's really works behind the scenes, and so a lot of people, they don't get the recognition they deserve, people who stuck with it from 1977. So that's what we do. If you have any questions, it's all, every one of our clients lives in Midland Park, and we can only help them through the time that their kids are 18, because it's really about the kids. And this year we had 3 giving trees. We had one at Emmy's, one at Midland Park Starbucks, and one at the Midland Park Public Library. We had hundreds of tags, and they all got taken and purchased.
That is great.
Which is really amazing. Yeah, so thank you all, who have probably, many of you participated.
One of the things that we're always interested in doing is rolling up our sleeves to support various organizations, not just writing a check. So if there's something that we as a Rotary Club can do to help you guys more in the trenches, I think people here would really appreciate that. Judy mentioned something to me I thought was brilliant last week about possibly helping with training parents who may be in need of job transition, who don't have the skills. I mean, there are a number of qualified people here in various disciplines who might be able to do something like that. So I don't want to take away your thunder.
Yeah, no,
but
I forgot that I.
but I thought that was great.
What did I say? That was brilliant.
Because, again, it gets back to, you can give a person a fish or you can teach them how to fish. And,
Right.
and that's, to me, something like that where we have this talent and this experience, if we can help,
I mean, it's true, we have some moms that were stay-at-home moms, and then dad left for whatever reason, whether it was divorce or he died. And so they're thrown into, they may not have gone to college, or they may have, but never developed any kind of a career. And now they're one mom is working in daycare because she had to do something quick. And that's what she does, so that would be very helpful.
And to your point, in other areas where it's perceived that there's poverty or people are struggling, there are programs like that.
Yes.
There are, educational classes on interviewing and training to be a bank teller and things like that. And in suburbia, probably not.
No, absolutely.
So-
Unless there, it's an individual connection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there are programs even to provide clothing for women who need to get into the workforce.
That's for success.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if anything like that is even around here, so.
Right, because nobody thinks about it.
Right.
That's why I'm so, I just think this is great.
That might be a bit weird, but in the UK, they give every kid in the country a $35 computer that you can program, so they would encourage programming and skills. Like 13, 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, called a Raspberry Pi. They give out millions of them. Every school child in the whole country got one for free.
Wow.
And they've really moved on. So, but they get skills for people rather than just sort of short-term stuff. You may have some of those kids that would take that and just go and run with it and then get a job in computing or computers. But for $35, you're basically getting a computer effectively. So I know something like that, even you take some of the kids or get all the kids and say, hey, here's something. If they're proactive themselves to go learn stuff, that some of them might actually turn out for a career with someone that's interested in. Again, just to give them skills that, I don't know, just an idea of something like that is not just doing a current need, but giving them a skill for the future as well, maybe fun and interested in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So.
I mean, do you ever do clothing drives for kids?
We don't really do drives. We are usually contacted by people who know us in the community who will say, gee, I have had a baby and I barely used all these clothes. Do you have someone? So it happens more like that than us doing a major drive. Because what happens with that. If all the clothes come in and there's nothing you can use, then what? Yeah. So, but there's a lot of, people contact us all the time in the community. I'm getting rid of a washing machine, it still works perfectly well. And so we do try to place all that kind of stuff.
Suggestion might be if Love Fund can open account with the gingerbread.
Uh-huh.
And the family can go there and buy stuff as a Love Fund or somebody donate to gingerbread. I think that would be good.
Yeah, that would be.
We could do that.
Mhm. What is that?
Gingerbread is the clothes second hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's next to my shop.
Yeah.
Same with the Middle Park one around
Yeah, the
the
community
community thrift
thrift.
shop. I'm so impressed down there.
Yeah.
They're all about dignity, I'm gonna call it. They're very particular about what they accept. They don't want stains, holes. They're like people who come in here, we want them to come out looking.
Well, we've given stuff with tags all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
kids out through before they learn.
Yeah. Actually, because I'm on the Ed Foundation and we are one of the benefactors there, I've gone in and whoever I volunteered with, they've never left empty-handed. There's always so many good finds there, people who bought things, never used them, donated them, they still have tags. It's a good resource for our Love Fund families, it really is. So, anyway, unless you have questions, that's.
Is that a place where you can donate? Is that a place where you can donate stuff and they can give you guys money?
Yeah, we're on a waiting list. Believe it or not, it's a big popularity contest down there. I don't know if you know how Community Thrift Shop works, but it donates to, when I go in, I put a number on my bag, and right now I would put Ed Foundation because Love Fund isn't on the roster yet. And anything they sell that had that number ticket on it, the money goes to that organization.
So you set up there yet or no?
We are on a waiting list.
Okay,
They're
great.
full. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many charities benefit from Community Thrift Shop.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
The things you learn.
Yeah, I know. Right.
So thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.